Hello, my name is Sorrel Roberts, and this is week 3 of your coaching program, How to Deal with Uncertainty. So, in week 1, we looked at clarity, in week 2, we looked at confidence, and this week I want to focus on courage. And I think that courage is a requirement in the face of uncertainty. Before I coached people, I used to basically think people were either confident and courageous, that it was something innate in them, that they just didn't really have to be brave, they were just confident in themselves. And I've come to realise that's not really true in the way that I saw it. Being courageous is feeling fear, feeling uncertainty, and doing it anyway. If you felt incredibly confident, then you wouldn't need courage. So, courage is not certainty. It's not having it all worked out. If we knew that everything was going to work out exactly how we wanted it to be, then there'd be absolutely no requirement for courage. In my view, courage is moving forward and facing into the reality of uncertainty, not knowing exactly where we're going and how we're going to get there, but taking a step forward. So, as always, I like to use a quote from someone, but I absolutely love this quote and this book actually from the performance artist Amanda Palmer, who wrote a book called The Art of Asking, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Let People Help. So in it, she says, in both the art and the business worlds, the difference between the amateurs and the professionals is simple. The professionals know they're winging it. The amateurs pretend they're not. And I love that because everyone is just winging it and being brave and taking a step forward and being courageous. And I don't know, that idea gave me comfort that actually we're just all giving it a go and doing our best in the face of uncertainty. So my questions this week are designed to give you some perspective and also encourage you to have some positive assumptions in order to move forward with courage. And I hope the answers to some of these questions will allow you to take courageous baby steps or leaps forward. So the first is, I'd like you to think about someone you admire. It could be someone you know, someone in your family or a friend or a public figure, who you believe has moved forward in the face of uncertainty. And I want you to just let your imagination go and think about what they thought, felt, saw, how they behaved. And just kind of take a moment to imagine that, really bring it to life for yourself. And then when you've answered those questions, just take a look or reflect on the answers and think about how those answers to those questions are relevant to you. How do they compare to how you think, feel, behave? And just see what learning emerges for you from the answer to that question. The next question is designed to give you perspective in the face of uncertainty. So I'd like you to just imagine a scale, and at 1, things are absolutely as you wish them to be, and at 100, things are as bad as they could possibly be, and we're really thinking kind of apocalyptic disaster here. So this challenge or issue or opportunity that you are facing, where does it really, really sit on that scale? Because I think quite often we put things we put them as if they're almost apocalyptic when they're really not at all. So using that scale can just give you a sense of perspective, calm things down. Okay, actually, where is it? What perspective does it give you? Again, this is another perspective-giving question, but in a slightly different way. So I guess the scale is for on a daily basis. And then this one is to just give you a bit more insight and depth. So the question is, when you look back on your life, what do you want it to stand for? What do you want it to have been about? What do you want people to have remembered you for, appreciated you for? And if you were to do one tiny thing or take one tiny action today towards having that impact or those memories be a reality, what would that tiny action be? And the next is to release, the next question is designed to release you from your constraints, those limitations we place on ourselves. And the question is, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do now? And you know, it's possible. You may not fail. That is a high possibility. So if you knew that were true, what would you do? The next is to bolster your courage, and that is what support and resources are available to you. So that may be people, skills, network, it can be all sorts of things, whatever the question means to you, but what support and resources are available to you and how can you make use of them? And going back to Amanda Palmer and the art of asking, I think, you know, we can be really reticent to ask for help or let people know what it is that we want. But actually, you know, people love to help. People love to make connections. People who care about you and respect you and love you want to do those things for you. But if they don't know what it is that you want, then it can be hard for them to help you. So, in light of the answers to all the questions that I've asked you, I'm going to go back to week 1 and click breeze. What do you choose to do now? What small or big steps can you take between this week and the final week of our coaching program that is coming up? Thank you so much for watching.